influence and income. I'm your host, Danielle Winningham. And guys, today I'm going to tell you the brutal, honest truth about why your social media sucks. Hear me out. You may think your social media is great. You may think your social media is popping. But let's talk about first, before I talk about the 7 reasons that your social media sucks, let's talk about the definition of great. Just because you're posting every day does not mean your social media is great. Just because people like your posts does not mean your social media is great. And just because you have a lot of followers does not mean your social media is popping. Your social media is only defined as popping if you are generating substantial revenue and getting substantial opportunities as a result of your social media. That's it. That's all. They say all the time. Sorry about that. They say all the time, women lie, men lie, numbers don't lie. That is absolutely true. The women lie, men lie, but the number of dollars that you're making on social media do not lie to you. And so at some point, I don't know when, you have to say to yourself, what I am doing is not working. And that is the hardest thing for people to do. It is the hardest thing for people in the world to say, what I'm doing is not working, so let me do something else. And until you do that, you're doomed to do the same thing over and over and get the same results. And that's the definition of insanity. So make sure you share the broadcast. We're giving away my time management workshop called Time to Make Money. It is an amazing digital video product that will help you have the time in your life that you need to really get out there and work your social media, because working your social media takes time. So make sure you put #shared so we can give you a copy of that if you win. Now, 7 reasons your social media sucks. I'm going to tell you the brutal truth. You can do what you want to do. You can do what you want to do about it, but I suggest you make changes. One of the things you can do, I'm having a workshop tomorrow night that is free. You got to complete a survey. I'm going to be telling you what's hot and what's not on social media. Go to bit.ly/hotmedia18, bit.ly/hotmedia18, and complete the survey if you want to participate in tomorrow's workshop. And please don't inbox me and ask me when it is or where it is. All the instructions you need are at bit.ly/hotmedia18. You must get hooked on phonics. Can the church say amen? Hey, Felicia, you must get hooked on phonics. It say right there on the page. It say Tuesday at 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. Don't inbox me and say, Coach, when is it? Coach, when is it? Because you're wasting Coach time, and we don't do that to each other this year, right? So get hooked on phonics, fill out the survey, and then don't be, what time? 7:30 p.m. Don't inbox me and ask, what time is that on the East Coast? That's why you need to get your friend Google, your Uncle Google. Your Uncle Google will do a time conversion for you. So you got to get hooked on phonics, and you got to meet your family members. Your Uncle Google, you got to meet them, right? 7:30 p.m. Standard Time, 8:30 p.m. on the East Coast, bit.ly/hotmedia18. I'm going to be telling you what's hot, what's not in 2018, because that's going to help you with your time too. Which brings me to 7 reasons your social media sucks. Part 1. Because I got a part 2 coming later. And guess what? I may go over 7. Nope. If you did the survey, you don't need to do it again. bit.ly/hotmedia18. So number 1, your social media sucks You gotta admit it. Your social media sucks because you don't have a social media strategy. Somebody say, wow. If that's you, I need you to type in me. See, we gonna do altar call today. You're not gonna sit here today and act like I'm not talking to you. If you do not have a social media strategy, then type in me. Let me tell you what a social media strategy consists of. When are you, Darius, your social media does not suck. I'm not playing with you, Darius. I'm busy. When are you going to post? What are you going to post? What are you offering? And to be honest with you, your strategy should be a minimum of a quarter and a maximum of a year. You should be knowing now what you're going to be promoting on social media in April. That's strategy. Some of you don't even know what you're going to be posting tomorrow. So if you don't have a social media strategy, that is one of the reasons that your social media is horrible. Social media is too relevant and has too many far-reaching implications for you not to spend an inordinate amount of time planning it. You know, even if you don't know what you're going to post in advance, your thoughts every day should be about how am I going to engage my community on social media. Which brings me to the second reason your social media sucks is you don't know how to build community on social media. You think that social media is this advertising board where you come and you post your stuff and you leave. And you must think that because you've not taken the time to develop a strategy. After tomorrow night's workshop, I'm going to be offering social media strategy calls. I'm going to tell you exactly what's wrong with your social media. You got to be willing to invest the money, the time, and the energy to fix it. It's not going to fix itself. So number one, you don't have a strategy. And number two, you don't know how to build community. And these things are true. Which brings me to number three. You don't understand how social media works. And so them algorithms, they throw you off every time. Just when you think you're winning on Facebook or on Instagram, the algorithms change and they send you right back to square one. Whereas if you had a strategy or if you have a community, you wouldn't be impacted as adversely every time Mark Zuckerberg makes a change. How many of you even realize that when you make a post, only 5 to 10% of your community even sees it? If you don't understand the rules of engagement, how do you expect to win the game? It's not just about jumping out there and posting. It's about getting the most engagement for every single post. Can I ask a question? This will tell me if you know your social media or not. What is the number one thing you can do? What is the number? But see, Sydney, the rules don't help because the rules change all the time. Did everybody catch that? You don't need the rules because the rules don't help because the rules are always changing. What you need is an understanding of social media. What you need is a community, so even if the rules change, you can still keep up. What you need is a strategy, so even if the rules change, you know how you're going to operate. So a lot of you don't understand that engagement is number one. You got to engage. You got to have a strategy. You got to engage. You got to. Which brings me to the next thing. And again, if you haven't registered for the workshop tomorrow night, what's hot and what's not. Social Media 2018. Make sure you go to bit.ly/hotmedia18 and complete the free survey. I'm only doing it free for those that complete the survey for my marketing team. That's it. That's all. So don't miss out and be like, oh, I missed out on the workshop. Take your butts over there and understand you got a lot to learn, and go to bit.ly/hotmedia18 to register for tomorrow's free workshop, What's Hot and What's Not in Social Media 2018. So number one, you don't have a strategy. Number two, you don't know how to build community. Number three, you don't understand all the rules and algorithms, so you don't understand engagement. Number four is so difficult. Number four is you don't have a target. You think you're shooting at everybody, and everybody's not your target. And unfortunately, because you think everybody is your target, nobody's your target. Egg drop is a troll blocker. Because you think the easiest way to be heard in a noisy social media environment. Anybody want to know the answer? Say me. Type in me. The easiest way to be heard in a noisy social media environment. And trust and believe, social media is super noisy. Every time you look up and down your timeline, social media is super noisy. Type in me if you want the answer. Do you want to know how to be heard in a noisy social media market? Do you know how to stand out head and shoulders above everybody else? And it's not posting more. You think it may be posting more, but it's not. It's not. Anybody want the answer? The answer is to whisper what your target audience wants to hear. Nope, not even provide useful content, Anisha, because let me tell you something. Google is everywhere. And Anisha, if you solve problems, why do they need to hire you? See, guys, you think you know these answers, and I had to learn the hard way. Because guess what? If you run out there giving away all your knowledge, yeah, you're going to have a lot of followers, but you're not going to have a lot of money. You're not going to have a lot of money. And being popular on social media is not better than being profitable. Can the church say amen? I'm going to ask, if you have to choose between popular and profitable, which one would it be? Come on, somebody tell me, profit or popular? Which one? All you got to do is throw up a $sign. If you have to choose between being profitable and popular, which one would you choose? Social media is some, Kimberly, to some people it's a popularity contest. For me, it's a profitability contest. There are people that have way more followers than I have and did not make what I made last year. So the bottom line is, when you go on social media, you've got to have a profitable strategy. It's not just about getting followers. It's not just about getting likes. It's about generating revenue. See, I'm not a businessman. I'm a business man. And when it all comes down to it, any activity that I do in my business must do two things. It must serve my clients, and it must make me money. And a lot of you are on social media, and you may be serving your clients, but you're not making money. That's a fail. Or you may not be serving clients, and therefore you're not making money. That's a fail. Anything that I do has to do two things, and in very close proximity to each other. It's got to serve, but it's got to generate revenue for me. See, the bottom line is I've spent all my life serving for free. Charlene, I can help you. Stop spending time on the phone with folks if you're not generating revenue. I'm so very serious. Stop serving if people don't appreciate you enough to pay. I'm offering some social media strategy calls, but I can you charge for mentoring? Absolutely. You can charge for anything. You can charge for anything that you want to. Charlene, you need to set up a call with me. bit.ly/SM call with coach. Only serious folks. bit.ly. That will take you to my website. bit.ly/SM call with coach. You can Google me, baby. I didn't just get here. I have over 150,000 followers online. I made over 7 figures online last year. I've made multiple millions of dollars online in the last years that I've been online. I eat, sleep, and breathe social media. I didn't just get here last night. I've been here. And I'm going to stay here. Stop serving for free. You've got to. Because here's the thing. Maya Angelou says you teach people how to treat you. I say you teach people how to pay you. And if you don't require that people pay you your worth, they won't. Bottom line. So number one, you have no live stream. You have no strategy. You have no social media strategy. Number two, you don't know who your target is. Number three, you don't understand social media, so you really don't know how to work it. And number four is, guess what? You're inconsistent. Somebody say, ouch. See, in order for you to be consistent, you've got to have a strategy. You've got to have a strategy that works when things are great, and you got to have a strategy that works when things go wrong. Don't forget, guys, share the video. I'm giving away a copy of my Time to Make Money, time management digital product. A lot of you are inconsistent because you can't manage your time. True or not true? If it's true, somebody say hashtag true story. You're inconsistent because you can't manage your time. You can't manage your time because you don't have a strategy. When you have a strategy, it tells you what goes first, what goes second, what goes third, what goes fourth. And in the absence of a strategy that requires you to be about your money, to be about your profit, you do the things that are comfortable instead of doing the things that are profitable. Guys, tomorrow night I'm having a workshop, a free workshop. What's hot, what's not, social media 2018. If you go to bit.ly/hotmedia, hotmedia18, and complete the survey, you can get on that particular workshop for free. So a lot of you are busy, but you're not busy making money. That's ouch too. Sorry. Hey, Sandrine. So yeah, you're super busy. You're busy in your business, and somebody typed it in for me, bit.ly/hotmedia18. Oh, you're super busy, girl. You got clients on the phone and you got clients in your office. But if I ask to see your 1099, your 1099 is amazingly blank. Because you're not requiring that people charge you. So not only do you not have a strategy, not only do you not really understand social media, you're not building community, and then you're inconsistent, which brings me to the next point, which is you don't know when to post and when not to post. Half of you are scared to post too much, and therefore you don't post enough. And some of you post too much. There's a thin line. There's a thin line between posting too much and posting enough. Or where to post. There's a very thin line. Did you hear this, Stacy? There's a thin line. There's a thin line, baby, between love and hate. It's a thin line between getting people to love you and people hating you. It's a very, very thin line. I'm just saying. So a lot of you, because you don't know where or when or what to post, you lose impact with your audience. I told you the best way to get heard in a social media environment that is so noisy is to quietly whisper in your target's ear exactly what they want to hear. Until you understand who your target is and what's important to them, their pain points, their frustrations, their why. Until you're able to capture all of that and put that in your social media marketing messages, you're just another post. And that's what I teach. I don't just teach you how to post on social media. I teach you to build community on social media. The page will tell you what time it is. The bit.ly is bit.ly/hotmedia18. So there's a thin line between posting too much and not enough posting. Number 6 is spam. Some of the sugar honey iced tea y'all do is just spam. It's just spam. If one more person inbox me a video or some, you need, baby, if you gonna cap, you need to learn to spell lose is L-O-S-E. Loose is L-O-O-S-E. So even though you tell me to lose some weight, I'm going to tell you that you shouldn't have lost your dictionary. So if you're going to come on here capping about my weight, see, some of my weight is my money. You understand what I'm saying? So I can lose weight. Can you learn how to spell? See, we got to all come together on this thing. Ain't nobody perfect, boo. Ain't nobody perfect, boo. I bet part of the weight that you lost was your wallet. But I got mine. Be careful, boo. Be careful. So you're going to say lose some weight, L-O-O-S-E? You shouldn't have got lost from school. Just saying. Okay. I'm back. I had guys, y'all know I've been doing good. But don't forget who I am. Do not forget. Fool, I can lose some weight. Can you lose some foolishness? Hello? I've been doing good. There go the bishop. I'm going to do good. Baby, I'm going to do good, baby. Maybe I lose some weight walking back and forth to the bank like I do every day. I be in and out them banks so much, I know they tired of me. Hello? Anywho, as I was saying, social media. You've got to know your target and you got to engage with your target. Yeah, I've been doing good. Good. Look, I'm going to pray for them. I'm going to pray they leave me alone. But I bet they wouldn't be doing all that out from behind their keyboard. See, that be the funny part. You can run up in my videos, but I bet you wouldn't be next to me doing all that capping before I get loose on you. See, now they shook. They ain't said nothing else. They shook now. I'm just saying, y'all. Let me tell you, social media, I have as much grace and as much respect, and I follow as much social media etiquette as anybody, but you don't have to just take folks' foolishness on social media. You don't. You really don't. You really don't. It's too many bullies out there already. But they thought they was going to hurt me? Come on now. Come on now. You don't have to just take people's foolishness. So anyway, some things you do are spam. Inboxing people and not introducing yourself, that's just spam. Sending people stuff. Yeah, okay, can we all make a consensus? Listen, we're going to make a consensus. I'm going to cut my hand, and we're going to be all social media blood brothers and sisters. That you will not inbox me about no more missing kids that really ain't missing. Can we do that? Can we do that? Hold your hand up if you in. Don't pass me no more lights. This is the light of the world. Pass it on. Don't do that for me no more. Don't pass me nothing else. Don't send me no more chain mails. You got 10 minutes to forward this to 15 people. Please. Can we all just make a pact? Put your hand up. Can we all just make a pact that we're not going to do that to each other no more? Sending me, be careful at the gas pumps because they've been kidnapping people. Girl, that story was made up. Just be careful what you forward. Just be careful. You know what, Sonya? Let me tell you why I don't delete them. I have gotten some clients out of those people. People just don't know what they just don't know. So I am careful as to who I delete and block, but I do take the opportunity to educate. Yeah, Joe said I missed that 15-minute deadline religiously. So, but if we all come together and start an education campaign, stop forwarding me foolishness. Cut it. You need to cut it. Cut it. Cut it. Hey, cut it. Cut it. We need to just tell them cut it. Just cut it. Because some things you do are spam. Or just because you see me with a few extra pounds, stop inboxing me about every single weight loss. Every single weight loss product you got. I don't want it. I know I probably got it already. See, it's a difference between introducing yourself and introducing your business and spam. And your first impression is always your best impression. It really is. It really is. Another social media mistake that you guys make is you try to be everywhere. You know, social media is so expansive that a lot of times by trying to be the jack of all trades, you become the master of none. Sometimes you got to pick your poison. You're trying to be on Twitter every day and Snapchat and Instagram and Periscope, and you got a blog and you got a podcast. But in all of that, you're not getting any customers. Somebody say, ouch. You on Facebook, on Instagram, straight plexing. But in all of that, you're not getting one customer. Not one. So at some point, you're pouring a whole lot of stuff out there, but you really don't know what works where because you're just throwing it all over the place. At some point, you've got to sit still long enough to understand what works where. Same content doesn't work in all those places. And that's just being honest. You know, and a lot of you overestimate. Oh, my God. I talked to somebody earlier on the phone for a social media strategy session. And don't forget the social media workshop, What's Hot, What's Not, 2018. It's a free workshop tomorrow night if you complete the survey, bit.ly/hotmedia18. Don't miss it and run around for the rest of the year looking dumb on social media. I tried to tell you for free what's hot and what's not. So make sure you check it out tomorrow night. But I was talking to a guy for a social media call earlier today for a strategy call. And he was like, I asked him on a scale of 1 to 10, with 1 being a novice. Thank you, Tisha. With 1 being a novice and 10 being an expert, what number was he? He said he was an 8. Excuse me? Girl, he said he was an 8. Hello? You are 8? Baby, now keep in mind, I had already looked at his work. I had already looked at his website. I had already looked at his business page. So he only had about 600 likes on his business page. Hey, Erica, Happy New Year, baby. He only had like 600 likes on his business page, 200 people on his email list. He only had 3 coaching clients. He had no engagement on his business page or his personal page. He said his keynote speaking rates were $1,000. Hey, baby, Happy New Year. And you said he's an 8. So let me tell you what made him not an 8. The same things we just said. Number 1, he does not have a social media community. You cannot be an expert. I'm a business coach, but I make 95% of my money on social media. I'm a profit expert because I make my money online. I teach my clients how to make more money, but you can't do it without social media. You can't. So I can look and tell he didn't have a community, number 1. When I asked him, who is your target? He said, people from 18 to 55. Anybody that knows anything about targeting knows that that's a big target. That is a big target, right? I asked him, how many clients do you have? He had 3. Anybody that knows anything about profitability knows that you can't eat off 3 clients. When I asked him, that's a big target. When I asked him, what was his plan to generate revenue, he didn't have one. When I asked him what was his marketing strategy, he didn't have one. But he still worked his full-time job. And I told him, I can free you from your full-time job because I freed myself. Bottom line, I'm careful who I watch because some folks comes in. You know what, Nicole? Good for you. Here's what I say. Nicole said, I'm careful of who I watch because some folks are copying the same thing others are saying, and I'm not about to drop money on what I can learn from one knowledgeable person. You said the right thing. You said you're willing to spend money to learn. I don't care if it's with me or not. See, because when I come on here, I don't ask people to be my client. People end up calling me, asking me to coach them. It's a difference. But what you said was, I invest. And that's what everybody needs to learn, is that if you don't invest, you cannot, you need to spend a lot to make a lot, Angel. That's what I believe. You cannot move forward. These algorithms on social media change every day. So you've got to stop chasing short-term success for long-term profitability. And you've got to reconcile in your mind, which do I want to be? Popular or profitable? Too many people want to be popular. Too many people want to be popular. Come on now. You gotta refocus on being profitable. So those are the first start about why your social media sucks. I'm gonna come back today at around 4 for part 2 of why your social media sucks. It's so many reasons. But if you can walk away with one thing, I'm going to tell you what every business needs. Every business needs a plan of some sort, a growth plan. Every business needs a profit plan. Every business. If you don't plan to make profit, then you won't. And every business needs a marketing plan. Do you know where the word marketing comes from? Can I tell you guys real quick, where does the word marketing come from? Does anybody know? Because see, our language speaks volume. Our language has origins. There are no words that are just made up. Every word has an origin. So do you know where the original concept of marketing came from? Anybody want to know? Can I tell you a story? Can I tell you a story? So, since the beginning of time, we've had farmers. And farmers work all year to grow their crop. They work for half the year to grow the crop. They work for another fourth of the year planting the crop and harvesting the crop. But once the crop is grown, they must get that crop to market. And they have a set window of time to get that product to market. Now, a smart farmer, because you can plant different crops at different times of the year. A smart farmer knows how to recycle their dirt so that they're not always planting the same crop. So they may plant berries in the spring, harvest them in the summer, and then use that same dirt to plant pumpkins and harvest them in the fall. But as a business, you've got to get your products to market. And that's the definition of marketing. If you don't have a marketing plan, when are you going to get your products on the shelf? And so companies like Target, companies like Coca-Cola, they have marketing plans. A marketing plan as a business owner will force you to look at your product shelf and either create something else or re-envision something else. And exactly. So you don't know what you're putting on the market because you don't have either enough products or you don't have a plan. Why do you think that every so often Coca-Cola comes up with a new Coke? That's marketing. Doritos come up with a new chip. That's marketing. And just like farmers, if you don't put your products and services on the market, when the market is ready for them, you lose money. If you were a farmer, how many pumpkins would you really sell right about now? Not too many. This is not pumpkin season. Y'all see that? And guess what? That's what a lot of you are missing. You're trying to sell summer vacations in the wintertime. You're trying to sell Christmas gifts in the heat of summer. You're absolutely out of touch with what your clients are in the market for. That's why there's watermelon seasons. That's the summer. Those are on the market. They are berries, right? Those are spring product. Then you got nuts and pumpkins. Those are your fall products. What are you putting on the market and when? And if you don't have a social media marketing calendar, you have a major problem. Because, yeah, there ain't nobody buying no pumpkins for Easter, right? You've got to have not just a social media plan, because that's a plan for where you're going to post and when. You've got to have a social media marketing plan. So, guys, I'm going to be teaching. Oh, and the last one. I got to get this in. I got to get this in this time because I'm going to put it on this list and the list that I give you guys at 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. I'll be back with part 2. The last reason your social media sucks is because you refuse to go live. Somebody look at your neighbor and say, ouch. You refuse to use the most profitable, free social media tool that's ever been invented. You refuse to utilize the tool that's going to get you in front of more people than any tool I've ever seen. You refuse to use a tool that has the potential to take you not just international, but intergalactic. You refuse to be a pioneer in the live streaming place. You refuse. You're so afraid of live stream that you rather your business fail than go live. You refuse. So for every one of you that refuse, I take your money. Thank you, Corcon, for asking. She actually had to have a transfusion a little while ago. I'm on the way to the doctor's office right now. Or you do go live and you don't know what to say or what to do or how to offer. And again, Sakenya, if you go live and you don't guard your content, you're going to give away too much content and you're still not going to have any clients. You know, at some point, your why has to be bigger than your F. Meaning, your why has to be bigger than your fear. It ain't but so much fear for me in the world. I'm a fear to broke. I'm a fear to not being able to take care of my family. I'm a fear to stuff like that. I can't be afraid of no live stream button. And if I see other people making an extreme amount of revenue on live stream, I want some. So let me teach you the way, Dr. Charlene. Let me teach you the way. I'm launching 2 classes back to back. And I'm going to have information on how you can join both those classes at the same price. I'm launching a live stream class. I've taught over 6 live stream class. I've taught over 500 people how to go live. I have more live VIP students on Periscope than anybody. And I have more students in the marketplace that go live than anybody. A lot of people teach live classes, but people don't go live after class. That the training for the marketing is in there. Content creation is in there. And then I'm teaching a Facebook masterclass, which, to be honest with you, needs to be a prerequisite of you going in business. You should not be able to go in business without a Facebook masterclass. But I'm going to have information on how you can get both of those 10-week classes for the same cost, which to me is amazing. Angel said, are you expensive? To me, expensive is relative. For the money that you're going to make, I think I'm affordable. Deirdre said, nah, Angel, she's affordable. She has options based on your work ethic. Hey, Wajita. And that's right, 305J. It's expensive not to get the training. And Life Giving Slayer said you get what you pay for. And that's always true. So I'm going to have the information in the next couple of days. Right now, go to bit.ly/hotmedia18 for tomorrow's free workshop on what's hot and what's not social media. And I'll be back at 4 p.m. to give you the second half of why your social media sucks. So, Angel, with all due respect, I didn't ask you for any money. You asked me. And so I don't need a reason as to why you can't sign up for my class because I didn't ask you for any money. And that's with all due respect. Guys, you guys have got to get a different interpretation of money. You asked me, was I expensive? I told you what I cost. And you know, that's as far as the conversation needs to go. You understand what I'm saying? I don't need anybody's reason for not being able to afford me. Everybody works it out in their own time, in their own season, and when they're ready. And I believe that. Yeah, I believe that. So I'll see you guys at 4 p.m. Don't forget, tomorrow night, bit.ly/hotmedia18, 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. This will help you understand where to invest your time and your energy on social media in 2018. Guess what?